Hi my lovelies, welcome back to my channel, and for everybody who's new, I'm Leorah and I'm so glad you found me. So welcome to today's video, which is of course makeup releases, sneak peeks, all of that, my wish list, and you know, some of the things that I've picked out of all of the, you know, releases that have been going out last week, and maybe also some updates. I'm not quite sure right now, but it could be. So anyway, that is what we're going to do today. As always, Samantha March is the original creator of this whole show, and you will find her linked in the description box down below. And I also wanted to tell you two more things. Housekeeping, okay? So I have been asked to do another look with the Tutti Beauty Textured Volumes palette. So I did that today. I didn't film it because I don't want to always film everything, because I need my own private makeup time just to enjoy and to not have pressure and to not be, you know what I mean? So, but I still wanted to give you that look because the person who asked me to do that asked if I can maybe make another look that includes more of those rosy shades. So that's what I did today. Just quickly telling you what I did, okay? I used these three shades for the first time. I also used the sequence shades and they actually perform super well. It is a little bit something to get used to when you're not used to having sparkly stuff in your crease, but they actually look really nice. Plus, these are the only sequence shades that I have tried so far that do not rain down and end up being on your cheek. You know, the sequins actually stay where they are for the most part, like 95%, and that is really good and really special, and I've not had that before. So I did that. I did a combination between basically these three columns here and a little bit of the dark brown, and yeah, so that's what I did. And I also used these two shades here as highlighter. This one, the shimmer shade or the metallic, I used as a highlighter, and then I topped it with the sequins. I don't think you can actually see it from far away, but I see it. So anyway, just wanted to update you that this is another look with the Tutti Beauty palette, who is by now my to-go-to soft glam palette, and I really like it. Okay, the other thing I need to mention is on, let me think, March 23rd, which is a Monday. I think I'm not in that whole week. I'm not going to have any videos on my channel. I'm going to just take a week off because this is a week of a big family celebration in my family. My oldest son has his bar mitzvah, and I just have the house full of guests, a lot of celebration, a lot of hosting, and I'm going to mention this in a couple of videos just so you know that you're aware that I'm not falling off the face of the earth. I'm just taking a bit of a break just for a week so I can actually concentrate on what I'm like on my life instead of on my YouTube channel. Okay, so just so you know, it's all good. I'm gonna come back. I'm fine. Not sick and anything, you know. Just if you're missing some videos that you usually come to every week, which I do appreciate, that it's all good. I'm gonna come back and we'll make up for it then later on. Okay, so that is that. And I think with all of that being said, oh, I need to point out one more thing. You're seeing this 2 days after I filmed it. I always film these videos on the Monday before you're seeing this. So today is election day in Israel on my Monday, which means that all of my kids are at home because on election day all of the schools are closed, all of the kindergartens are closed, like everything, you know. It's like a big holiday. It's crazy because how are parents supposed to go voting when the whole, like all of the kids are at home, and you know. But anyway, so that's what it is. All my kids are at home, plus all of them are awake. So just so you know, if there is some disturbance, that's what it is. Okay. All right, you have been warned. I'm gonna go to the side and I'm going to fire up my Instagram and see what we're starting with. Okay, sweeties, I think the first thing I want to start with is the Makeup Maniac Cosmetics. So they are coming out with this Pastel Treats palette, and of course that is one of these releases that we're expecting at that time of the year. Now, of course, we have gone through Valentine's. We're going to head up to St. Patrick's Day. I'm going to probably see a lot of green releases or green related or St. Patrick's Day themed related releases, something like that. So now, but of course we also have the spring related things. So that is one of those, Makeup Maniac Cosmetics with the Pastel Treats palette. It looks like this is an all matte palette. It's a pressed powder palette. It's going to come up this coming week. I think it's going to be released. Let me just see. This beautiful babe will make her appearance next week. So it's either this coming week or next week. I don't really know what they mean. So it's gorgeous spring colors to brighten any pretty face. Yeah. Okay, so pre-sales are going up I think Your Yesterday, and it's going to retail for $24. Yeah, so that looks all matte. That is personally maybe not exactly for me, even though I prefer that to an all shimmer palette. But yeah, I mean, it looks nice. I think one can do a lot of nice looks with this. It's just that, like, this is not my preference. Just wanted to show you that this is going to be up very soon. I think, of course, the food theme thing is, as always, a bit of a trigger for me, but I'm starting to work with it. I'm starting to, like, you know, breathe through it, and I'm gonna be okay. I know this does not need to be threatening for me. So, and that is really just a very, very personal thing, and you do not need to care at all about this if this is not your trigger, okay? For me, it's just all the foods that I just cannot have in my life. Because I live a very, very healthy lifestyle after my eating disorder, and I just, for me, it's hard to have like cookies and cakes and ice cream, and all of that is not part of my life, you know, and it's like I choose to not have that as part of my life because I used to binge on those things. So that's why I don't want to say I wouldn't buy it because of that, because as I told you already in previous videos, I'm trying to get over it, and I'm trying to like grow out of it slowly and just, you know, get there with time. But color scheme wise, it's also nice. It's just that I would prefer to have some shimmers in it. For example, the yellow, if the yellow would be a shimmer, that would be great. If this light, it's not a pink, what is it? Like peachy shade would be a shimmer, that would be great. Would love it. Even if the middle shade, the neutral shade would be a shimmer, that would be great. Could really, really work with that. But like that, it's not personally for me, but I'm sure it's going to have a lot of fans. So just saying that that is going to be up for pre-order, I guess, Your Yesterday. But you can check, of course, in the description box. Every brand that I'm mentioning will be linked there. Okay, let me just check my... This feels really, really not so good on my lips. Let me just put on something because this is not good. Okay, sorry for the interruption. This was a liquid lipstick from Sequeira, which is a local, pretty reasonably priced brand, and they apply so well, and they look, for the first 2-3 minutes, they look really, really nice on your lips, and then they dry down and it feels like you have glue on your lips. So that's why I just put some lip shine from what's it called, Essence, over that, which has sort of a similar color scheme, just to make it a little bit more bearable, because that was really... I felt like I can't even talk because my mouth is gluing shut. Okay, so the next thing is from Deck of Scarlett, and this is a new palette. It's going to be called edition number 17. I think it's a collaboration with Julia Adams MUA. Okay, so this includes one full palette, one lip gloss, one dual-ended lip pencil, and one eyeliner. Now let's look at the palette. That is, of course, a color scheme that is maybe not super intriguing for me, especially those two taupe shades in the middle. I think there's one, of course, a shimmer shade, and one is a matte. I think the matte should have been darker. I think that would have been, I don't know. Let's see, is there... It's very hard for me, honestly, to see what is a matte. I think the right one of the taupe shades is a matte, but everything else looks shimmery, so I don't know. This is just not my makeup style, so that's why maybe I shouldn't even comment on this. It is very lovely. The color scheme is very lovely, and whoever has that makeup style might be, you know, very happy about it. So I don't want to judge this. It's not my personal piece of cake or piece of lettuce, but yeah, so that is that, and I think it's already available. But yeah, okay, so that is that. We're moving on to JC Cosmetics, and you might know that I love JC Cosmetics. So that is a new palette, and this is called the Vintage Rose palette. I have the Besties palette from JC Cosmetics. I have done a lot of looks with that one, not recently, but during the summer and early autumn I did a lot of looks with that palette. Loved it to bits, still love it, will never get rid of this because I got this Besties palette from my very best friend. So that is going to be always like part of me. So this palette now is also really, really nice. Believe it or not, I'm absolutely up for it, especially, but not only, the right side. You know, with the pink and the greens and the purple and the yellow and the... I love this palette. It is so pretty. but also those very, very soft glam shadows on the left side. They just absolutely speak to me these days, you know. I think I could do so good with this palette. It's really, really nice. So this is going to be available from March 6th on. And I'm itching to get this one. Really, really itching, because I also know that the last palette really, really performed well, and I just love big palettes. What can I do? You know, I'm totally in love with big palettes. There must be some of us loving big palettes, right? I mean, we cannot all just love quads and 6-pan palettes, right? So so that is that. I'm thinking about getting this one because it is really, really pretty. It is versatile. It gives you a lot to work with, and also like different styles to work with, you know, and I'm kind of up for this. Okay, so let's see what happens. It depends a little bit on everything, but I really, really like the palette. Yeah, okay. The next thing I wanted to show you is from Amorous USA. I think that's how it's called, and that is the Tropical Dreams palette. Fall in Love with Our Havana Blast palette. Okay, so yeah, that is another brand that I actually really, really want to try, because it is an affordable brand, and I love to try to you know, make affordable brands work, even if they always have to sort of stand up against this, well, this is like a cheapo brand, you know, and that cannot possibly be good. And I, from my experience, cannot like sign on this one. It's not true necessarily. So sometimes you have to work around certain problems, and yes, sometimes there is a patchy shade here or there, or like a dud, but that can happen. I've heard people talking about Natasha Denona palettes that had dots in it. So, you know, like, I'd rather pay $17 for a palette like this and have a dot or two in it, instead of paying $120 for a whatever high-end palette that has 2-3 dots in it, or 1 or 2. You know what I mean? So I don't know, I'm totally up for that. And I think also the color scheme is really nice. It's, you know, it's already moving a little bit color scheme wise, I think a little bit more towards the summer, which is nice because it's just around the corner, at least for us in Israel. So yeah, I think this is really nice. So this is going to be launching on the 6th of March also. Yeah, so that is going to be a big launch day apparently. Yeah, okay, I don't have a price, but this is going to be affordable, and I think it looks really, really nice. Like, I have nothing against it. Really pretty. Then the next thing, I don't know what it means, honestly. So that is from Rouge Cosmetics, and I'm not 100% sure if this is a new release or if this is just something that they're reposting just, you know, to create a bit more of a hype for this product. So this is the Moon Smut Face and Body Shimmer. What is smut? I have no idea. That sounds like snot. The Moon Smut. I don't know. Am I being silly? Most probably. But that the Moon Smut, I don't know what that could be, possibly. But this is going to retail for $7 each, and it might honestly be a good idea if, you know, just thinking of the Jaclyn Hill loose highlighters that she came out a couple months ago. If you cannot afford that, this might be, you know, a good alternative to that. So anyway, I don't know really how they perform, if they're any good or whatever, but I know that a lot of people love loose highlighters. I maybe not necessarily too much, but it's a good idea. Like, I would try it, you know, if they were to send it to me, I would try it. You know what I mean? All right. Yeah, so that is Rouge Cosmetics, the Moonlight Smut. Moon Smut highlighter. I have to see what that is. Like, really. If you know, then please let me know. Okay, the next thing... Sorry, the next thing that I wanted to show you was yet another collaboration of MAC with one of, you know, those influencers that get to create one lipstick with MAC. So yeah, so there's the Selena 2 lipstick. The lipstick itself looks nice. I think I spoke like 2 weeks ago about this whole topic that I just don't understand. It's nice that they want to collaborate with more people, but to just come out with one lipstick each, I think that's silly, honestly. I don't understand this. And I, as a creator, would I want to collaborate with MAC for one lipstick? I don't think so. You know, give me an eyeshadow palette, give me a blush palette, give me a highlighter palette. I know they will never ask me, but you know, like even with another brand, it doesn't matter if it's MAC or if it's someone else, but to come out with just one lipstick, I think that's a bit poor, honestly. Yeah, so the lipstick itself looks nice. I have nothing against that. It's just that I think it's a shame, and it's sort of wasted on those influencers, I think. I mean that in favor of the influencers. I think they should get more exposure, you know, in case that came across the wrong way. So I don't know, it's not for me. Just wanted to show you in case you're interested. Okay, then there is something coming up from Too Faced, and I know I said I'm not going to feature Too Faced too much anymore, because really Too Faced is really not, as a brand, very interesting to me. And also I think they have been involved in so much stuff that was not beneficial, let's put it that way. Anyway, that there is a new palette or a new collection coming, and this is apparently part of it. So it looks like this is going to be part of their new Tutti Frutti collection. Just saying, in case you're into Too Faced, that's what it is. I'm not gonna get this. I'm not buying Too Faced stuff anymore. I'm just using up my Too Faced eyeshadow primer, and that is basically all I'm still using from Too Faced. So that is it, and yeah. Okay, that's that. Okay, the next thing I thought was really, really pretty is Makeup with Rising Phoenix, I think it's called. Let me just double check this because I never remember. Yes, I was right. Makeup with Rising Phoenix, and they have been sneak peeking over all those last, I think, 2 weeks or something. They have been sneak peeking all the shades of the new Spring of Divinity collection. So this is the new eyeshadow palette that is now available. This is all shimmers, and it is lovely. It's absolutely lovely. Really, really liking it. If I had a palette from the brand Makeup with Rising Phoenix, I'm so sorry, that had mattes in it, so I could combine it with this palette, I would probably want to get this palette because this is super lovely. Now, I have nothing from that brand, so I don't know how the formula is, if it's any good. I see of course, the swatches. They look decent. And plus, you know, I'm not too much into swatches. I'm trying to get more into it. I'm not too much into it though, like believing that this is what you're getting when you're seeing the swatches. For me, it's more like you see the color, the color payoff against that special skin color that they're swatching on. It doesn't really mean more than that for me. Okay, so anyway, this looks lovely. I would love to try this brand, honestly. I think it's really, really nice, and I think I could really rock this one, especially the greens. Yeah, anyway, greens are my magic, as you know. So yeah, then yeah, there is the update that I said in the intro that might come, and I wasn't quite sure anymore. So this is from Cloud Beauty, and I had told you, I think also 2 weeks ago, that there would be a Versaille palette coming up, and now we actually see it. So we actually see the upper one is the Versaille palette that we saw just in black and white, and then the one below that with the dark blue background is the Révolution Française, yeah. Cloud Beauty palette. I'm just sort of checking back on my French from like school. Anyway, that looks nice. I like them both. Really nice. Am I liking too much? I think I'm probably the only YouTuber in all of YouTube land that always likes everything. But you know what? That is usually because I'm only including the stuff that I like into my videos, or that I have nothing against. I don't need to have everything that I like, you know, so that it's not even that's not even a consideration for me. But these are actually looking really nice. Wouldn't mind having them, wouldn't mind trying out that brand. I have nothing of Cloud Beauty yet. I think the color schemes are really, really nice and pretty, and I'm into those, like these cold blues, you know, because especially also in the Versaille palette, there is this this light blue that almost looks like a gray, but with a hint of light blue. There in the middle row to the left, that absolutely calls out to me. Also the shade underneath, also this very dark grayish taupe in the second row on the top. Should I go through all the shades now? Anyway, really like both palettes, and I think this is really something to watch out for. Really like it. Okay, moving on, wanted to show you new things from, or sneak peeks from, Love Luxe Beauty. I think I have two things. So this is coming soon. This is a very, very beautiful quad. Now, you know that I'm not necessarily into quads, as I've just showed you the big JC Cosmetics palette, right? But if I could get 3 or 4, this is nice. This is really, really nice. Also because, of course, purples are one of my most favorite colors to work with. Not the easiest color to work with, but color-wise, one of my most favorite. Green, blue, and purples are absolutely right up there. And I think this looks really, really nice. And I wanted to show you, if I can find it. Where did I put it now? There was another one, I think, from Love Luxe Beauty, which was, I think, in yellows. Now I don't know, I can't find it anymore. If I find it while I'm editing, I'm not 100% sure anymore if it was yellow. If I can find it, I will. Yes, it's there. So this is the yellow, and I think also that looks really, really pretty, and especially now for spring, I think also this glittery shade is super, super beautiful. Love it. Absolutely love it. I think it's a very good idea because there are a lot of people who like smaller palettes and quads, and you know, we spoke about this. There's also, of course, this palette that is leaning more like rosy tones, which is also super beautiful. Have nothing against it. If they could put all of those palettes in one for Leorah, that would be great. Thank you. All right, so that was Love Luxe Beauty. Then I have an update on, I think that was even last week when I showed you that green palette. I think it was Fairy Garden or whatever it was called. Leorah in a palette from Copacetic Cosmetics. You know, that the green quad. So now I am so glad that I can tell you this. Copacetic Cosmetics has announced that all of the quads that have been exclusives to their mystery boxes will be now available, because apparently people loved them so much, which is no surprise because they were all super beautiful, that that they felt like, why not making them a part of our, you know, collection, what we are offering. Now, people who have bought those mystery boxes so far and thought that those palettes would be exclusive, of course feel now like, really? So now I don't have this post here, but I think I read that Copacetic Cosmetics will give them a refund or like a big discount or something like this. If you're one of those people, then please go and check their Instagram for that post, because I don't want to say something wrong, but I know that they have posted something that for those people who have purchased them within those mystery boxes and feel now sort of let down, that they'll get something in return. Okay, just so you know. But in general, I do feel it is a wonderful idea to make those quads a regular thing, a staple in their collection, because they're beautiful. I really, really like it. Super, super pretty. I don't know as of right now what they're going to cost individually, but applauding Copacetic Cosmetics for this wonderful move, and also for being so fair then to sort of, you know, give the people something back who bought those palettes already in the mystery boxes. Okay, another update. So many updates. Why wasn't I aware of this? Another update on those Huda Beauty palettes that I mentioned last week already, but I could only show you, I think, one of them. I think it was the pinkish one. I'm not 100% sure anymore. Anyway, so these are going to be the Pastel Obsessions palettes, I think. There's going to be a rose one, a lilac one, and a mint one. Now we are seeing the whole color scheme. And the swatches, I personally, and I said it already last time, I'm not too much into pastels. I would try them if I wouldn't have to buy it, or could just borrow it from someone, like a next door neighbor, and just try it and do a look with it. I would, and then maybe I would consider, but in general, it's just not for me, because there is so much more vibrant makeup that I'm more vibing with coming out, that like the Makeup with the Rising Phoenix, for example, that would be way more down my Ellie, or whatever it's called. That would be my thing. So, but anyway, they look lovely. I think though there is, especially in the rose one, the one to the left, there is depth missing in this palette. I don't know, I just vibe more with the darker looks, but anyway, it doesn't matter. There are a lot of people who don't, so that might be just perfect for you. This is going to be retailing for $29 each. And yeah, it's an exclusive to their website as far as I can see, and this is going to be available already when you see this. No, I have to correct myself. There is going to be 3 new brushes that you can buy also with this new release, and those are going to be exclusive to the website, to the Huda Beauty website, but the palettes themselves will be available from the 1st of March on Huda Beauty and also in Sephora. Sorry, got that wrong. Okay, then we're moving on to Essence, and I feel like I haven't been talking, no, sorry, we're talking about Sleek. I have not been talking about Sleek for so long, and I honestly have by now decluttered, I think, everything I had from Sleek. But just wanted to show you that they're coming out with the Sunset Vibes collection, which includes a highlighter palette, then a highlighting elixir, and a palette. Yeah, highlighting palette, eyeshadow palette, and a highlighting elixir. So that is, I think it's really, you know, summer themed. We're gonna see a lot of this, honestly. And of course, there's again the theme with the yellow and the red and the purples that we're seeing all over the place now. So yeah, it's just a logical palette to follow everything that we've been seeing. So this eyeshadow palette is going to be called Chasing the Sun, and the highlighter palette Fire It Up, and then of course the liquid highlighter. Okay, I don't have prices, but this is already available since February 28th online on Sleek. On Sleek, the Sleek website. Wow. Oh, okay. All right. The next thing I wanted to show you is from MUA Beauty. So they have been quite quiet for quite some time. I think ever since they had their launch, their big launch. So now they're coming out with a new collection, and again, this palette now looks pretty similar. It's not a dupe exactly, but it looks pretty similar to the Sleek palette that we just saw. If you look at this palette, then maybe you might want to agree with me, maybe. Okay, so this is going to be called the Black Magic Carnival Color Palette for $44. Now, Sleek is going to be way more affordable. Just saying, but yeah, so that is the palette. Then there's also going to be a face and body bronzing and highlighter palette, which is going to retail for $35. There's going to be lipsticks for $26 each. What else? There's going to be eyelashes. It's a whole collection, and I think the color story of the palette again is very summer themed. It makes total sense. I would though almost compare, like when I compare it to the Sleek palette, I would almost prefer the Sleek palette because it is a little bit more vibrant, but that just depends on how you personally vibe, you know. Yeah, so that's that. I have not tried anything from MUA Beauty yet. It is intriguing. I think it is available on Beauty Bay. If you're in Europe, I think, I hope I'm not saying anything wrong. I think it is though, and it is limited edition, this whole collection. So yeah, what can I say? That's what it is. Okay, the next thing that really surprised me actually was a new release from Lethal Cosmetics, because as far as I know, like, this is totally new for Lethal Cosmetics. I might be wrong because I'm new to the makeup, rather new to the makeup community, but I think this is new. So this is Lethal Cosmetics palette, which looks like Anastasia Beverly Hills, honestly, you know, because they always had their own kind of Lethal Cosmetics palettes, and now they're coming out with something like this, which I like. I really do like totally vibe with the color scheme of the palette. This is in collaboration with Jolina Menon. Where are you from, Jolina? I don't know. I don't know who that is, but she's coming out in a collaboration with Lethal Cosmetics. So Lethal Cosmetics is of course a German based or Berlin based indie brand, and I'm all for it. I'm all for supporting this. So Jolina might be German, but I don't know. I can't say from my Instagram. Yeah, so the eyeshadow palette, the Jolina palette, is going to retail for 39 euros, which is a price tag. Yeah, and then there's going to be 2 lipsticks for 16 euros each and 2 lip glosses. No, 1 lip gloss for $15. Euros, sorry. 16 euros the lipsticks and 15 euro the euros the gloss. I'm so sorry, messing this up. Okay, so this is already available when you see this, and I think the palette, just speaking about the palette, looks really, really amazing. But honestly, also the lip gloss, the lipsticks, the whole thing looks really, really nice. So yeah, but when you think, you know, maybe I'm going to put up the dollar price. I hope I will not forget here on the screen. When you like compare 39 euros, that is quite a jump then in dollars. And for a 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 shade eyeshadow palette, it is expensive, you know. But yeah, anyway, it doesn't matter, but it looks really nice. That's what I wanted to finish this this with. All right, the next thing is from Pure Cosmetics, and we spoke about Pure Cosmetics I think last week. Now I don't even remember what that was, but there is a surprise coming up. This is a new collab, and this is with the Trolls World Tour. Yeah, so we're collaborating with Trolls, and we're collaborating with Barbies, and yeah, anyway, I'm not personally into that too much, but yeah, so just wanted to show you this. So there are going to be, I think, 6 eyeshadow palettes that are going to retail for $18 each. They look cute, you know, if you are into this, like a small eyeshadow palette and the troll theme. That might be just for you. I think the color scheme is actually, you know, not bad at all. Not saying that it's bad, it's just that the themes are... What did we speak last time about? Sailor Moon, the ColourPop thing. That, you know, it's just the same thing for me. Like, I don't vibe with it so much. I would never buy something just because it has a certain, like, cartoon character or something like that on it. But anyway, it doesn't matter, because not, like, my opinion doesn't really matter in all of this, you know? So... surprising, but yeah. That is that. Those are the palettes, and I think, like, I would probably like all of them, honestly, you know? They look really, really nice. So yeah, what can I say? Yeah, so we're almost done, sweeties. I wanted to update you on something that I already didn't like last time, and that was Sugarpill. You know, those pill capsule collections that they're coming out, and last time was the pink one, and so we already could guess that there's going to be more. So now this one is the Sparkling Champagne Rose one. No, wait, how are they calling it? The C2 Capsule Collection, that's the name. It's going to retail for $42. And yeah, so you see the swatches look nice. And the color scheme, as in the last palette, is nice. You know, nothing against it. It's just that the layout of the palette drives me nuts, and that is again a very personal thing. That is just me, and a lot of people like this. So even some of my best YouTube friends really liked the last palette, you know, the one with the rosy tones. So for me, it's not. I'm not getting this, even though the palette is, like, you know, it's nice enough. It's just not for me. Okay, then I wanted to tell you that Rebel Vogue Labs is coming up, I think, with a new spring collection or spring something coming soon. They just posted this on Instagram, and because I really like Rebel Vogue Labs, just wanted to update you that there is something coming now in spring 2020. What exactly it is, nobody knows. We are hoping for a new palette, and I hope in the color scheme that we see here, like a mint and a purple and a pink, and could be really nice, maybe with a white shimmer. That could be so nice. I'm hoping. I will update you no matter what it is. I'm going to definitely update you. And then I wanted to also show you one more thing from Monique Bolle MUA, because she just came out with her Behold the Mattes. Behold the Mattes vegan eyeshadow palette that is now available on her Etsy, and this is super nice. I just really need to push her mattes, because she has been coming out with shimmer only palettes for a long time, and she has now just recently, the last couple of months, started to add mattes to her collection, which makes it so interesting for me, her as a brand, because I could then finally do like all Monique Bolet MUA looks. You know what I mean? For me as a person with a channel, that makes so much sense, or with a platform where I'm posting makeup looks on Instagram or on social media in general, that is just so it makes sense. It's good, you know? Plus, I just love to have mattes and looks. What can I do? I know her shimmers rock. I don't know. I haven't tried her mattes yet. I hope I will be doing that soon. It's they look amazing. They look super vibrant. Absolutely speaks to me. She has been now recently adding, for example, in like a yellow palette, she has been adding different yellows towards like light browns, like one row of mattes into a shimmer palette or something, which is also nice. But I'm not sure, is this now the first all matte palette? It could be, maybe. I'm not 100% sure. Don't want to lie. If you're interested, check out her Etsy. And you know, I also have a code with her. Not making anything of it. This is not why I'm talking about her. I just want to point that out, because people are always so, yeah, you're just pushing her because you're making money. No, I don't. I have a code with her, but it's not affiliated, so I'm not making anything of it, but it gives you 5% off your order if you want to order something. I'm pointing her out, and I'm making a point of pointing her out because she is being basically ignored by like most of the people who are doing these kinds of videos, and it's just not right, because she is good. She rocks in what she's doing, and plus she is on a human level just a beautiful young lady, you know what I mean? So yeah. So that's why I keep talking about her, because I'm really convinced about what she's doing, and she's really behind what she's doing, and I really believe in her. So that is that. Okay, so is that all for today? Let me see. This is it. I'm gonna go back to the middle, and as you know, I'm not going through my favorites anymore because I don't. The videos are long enough. I hope you enjoyed though. Let me know what you liked. I might want to pick up the JC Cosmetics palette. I don't know. And I'm still thinking about the Jaclyn Hill palette, this volume 2. I haven't ordered it yet, but it's like in my bloodstream. You know, I have so much floating around in my bloodstream that I think like, Leorah, you need this, Leorah, you need this. And quite honestly, yes, I do. Yeah, so anyway, just having some fun here. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it was entertaining and maybe informative. I'm super surprised that my kids did not come running down and asking me for a drink or something, like for water, not a drink. Not that kind of a drink. But yeah, I'm just in a happy mood today. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. If you're new here, then please subscribe to my channel. I would really love it if you would join, and I see you here tomorrow for my next video, which you have to come back to because it is a collab, and it's a big one, and I'm super excited about it. So please come back for this one with two of my most favorite YouTubers of all time, and that's it for today. So come back tomorrow. I'll see you then, and up until then, go ahead and sparkle. Hugs and kisses. Bye.